Can I give you a little bit of a snippet? A little bit of a spoiler alert, if you will. You're not committed to the thing that you know you should be committed to because you don't know the purpose of it. You have not identified the reason for you to hold on in the first place. Oh, we're going to talk about it. But before we do, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this channel, and then let's get into it. Okay, great. But go ahead and like and subscribe first. Go. The purpose. I don't think people realize how much is actually ingrained in you knowing the purpose for something. You can't buy something if you don't understand its purpose. Yeah, like if you didn't know the purpose of a lamp, you wouldn't be prone to go purchase it. If you didn't know the value of a refrigerator, if you didn't know the value of an umbrella, you have to actually not only understand the purpose, but you have to see the value in the purpose in order to utilize this thing the best that you actually can. The problem is most of the issues that are occurring in life is simply because, dare I say, and make it simple, I will, you haven't identified its purpose. If you got in the car because you wanted to take a shower, pew. Okay, let's start there. Premium. Wow. And then also, like, why did you think? But you figured, oh, I have to get into something. And so sometimes you're doing the same mechanics or similar mechanics. You're just not using the vehicle the way that it should be used. So you can drive to a shower. You can't take a shower in this. And as ridiculous as that sounds, that's how people use their lives. That's how people actually live their lives. They're using their workplace for something way different than what work is supposed to be. They're using certain relationships that you're like, that's not that person's strong point. And so when you misuse something according or against its purpose, you always get a bad result. If I wanted for a cup to boil my water, unless it was functioned that way, unless it was manufactured that way, I will be wasting my time, my effort, and my energy trying to make something, produce something that it was only supposed to contain. And a lot of times relationships are failing. A lot of times people are sinking and drowning at work because they are not, one, using things according to its purpose, and two, understanding the value of its purpose. So you'll look at someone who is actually, give you an example, have the ability to fly. And the person who's flying will be mad at the person who has speed. And the person who has speed will have an attitude with the person that is invisible. But it's like, but everybody has value. If you try to understand what the mission and the purpose is, you'll start to see, oh, invisible can get information for us. This person can go ahead and get there faster than us. And you can go ahead and see stuff that's higher than us. Now you're utilizing everyone according to their purpose. And now you start to see the value for the mission. 10 times out of 10, that's why relationships don't work. 10 times out of 10, that's why people are in the wrong positions at work. That's why people are truly, truly disconnected and disengaged. And what I have come to discover is, once you identify the purpose, you'll never be confused again. I'm going to give you an example. Jesus was hungry in the Bible. He went ahead and he saw a fig tree. When a fig tree has leaves, that means that there's fruit, according to agricultural means and the Bible. Jesus' expectations, or the above. And so Jesus goes and moseys down and looks at the fig tree and he sees there's no fruit. Well, that's a problem, because the problem is Jesus is hungry. The problem is the fig tree is supposed to have fruit. But because the fig tree is not serving in its purpose, he cursed it. Why would Jesus curse a tree that it didn't bear any fruit? Because there's no value in a tree that's supposed to produce fruit that decided not to produce fruit. Yeah, so Jesus didn't curse anything of value. There's no purpose in being hungry and continue to have other people walk up to this fig tree and going, oh. Fig trees are not meant to do anything else outside of, or the purpose in that particular story was you were supposed to bear fruit. And it did not fulfill its purpose. Therefore, it was cursed because it had no value. My challenge for this whole entire conversation is, do you see the value in your current relationship? Do you see the value in your current workplace? When you see the value, you are able to connect to the mission for its entirety. That's the only reason why a woman will stay pregnant, get pregnant again, do all the different, because they see the value in having a baby. They see the value in continuing the bloodline. They see the value in it. Most of the time, people are stopping whatever it is that they're stopping, because the truth is the emotion got too much, the pressure got too much. But what it really is, at its common denominator, at the lowest denominator, they no longer saw value in it. That job title didn't do it no more. The amount of money that y'all paying is not doing it. The fact that what I once saw as an amenity, it's not really working for me. So once value starts to break down, curses enter the chat. And that's when you start to feel burdened. And that's when you start to feel like, what is this for? Because, spoiler alert, we were not created to operate out of purpose. Just not. Believer or not, God literally created us for a purpose, so we cannot live without one. And if we are disconnected to the purpose of the people and the things around us, whether we want to admit it or not, it impacts us negatively more than we can actually verbalize. You're like, I don't know, it's just something. No, when you start feeling that itch of like, I don't get it, it's just something going on, or whatever it is that happens when you're unsettled and unsatisfied, when there's a lack of contentment, start to do a 360 of your life and see, are the people and things in your life making sense for you? AKA, are they serving in their true purpose? Or are you mad at somebody for being an apple and they're really supposed to be a banana? Are you mad at people for not operating in a way that you like, but that's not their purpose? Just because she's warm doesn't mean that she's the person that you give all your information for. She's literally just business savvy for you. Like that job, is it really, oh, I hate it? Or are you not understanding the purpose of this job? The vehicle of this job is to whatever it is that God showed you. Because God never shows you or connects you to anything if it doesn't have a purpose and a season. It's either your purpose and it's working for you now or adding to you later. And it's for a destined amount of time, a season. And you're either operating outside of season or you're getting frustrated because you're trying to get out of the season fast enough. Whatever it is, you're trying to manipulate time. And God is like, I'm trying to give you more time to get more information, to get more skills, to go ahead and sharpen that area of you, because what I got next requires for you to pass where you're at. So my question to you, do you see the value in the things that are currently frustrating you? Do you see the value in it? Like literally remind yourself, I said that I was using this because it does blank from my life. I'm still operating in this way because it brings this value to my life. I actually like to do, or I wanted to do A, B, and C because of the fruit of this. What is the thing doing? What is the fruit that's being produced from the tree? And how is that value seen in your life? Because it could only be one or two things. Either you need to tweak how you're approaching it, or you've walked up to a fig tree with no fruit as well. And so you're going to have to do what Jesus did. I'm not going to have anything have the silhouette of success in my life. Anything that looks like growth in my life. But when I get close to it, I know the truth. There's no fruit on that tree. And so you need to eliminate it. The way Jesus did. All right, listen. I feel like you got what you needed. Podcast. Yes, yes, and yes. Strive. The letter N as in Nancy. Inspire. Strive and inspire. She's everywhere. You can listen to somebody and go, I know that voice. Do you? Also, these videos we do every single week. Thursday to be exact. Why? Because she consistent. Because who playing with who? Not she, not her, not me. But I don't stand in the way of evangelism. Because you got podcasts and stuff to listen to. And I just need you to go ahead and do what the Lord put on your heart. Okay, great? So I'm going to go ahead and let you let me go. We talk later? All right. Later.